Akshar Academy YouTube channel. In this session, I am going to discuss refraction of light lecture 2. ఈ వీడియోను మొదటిసారిగా చూసేవారు దయచేసి లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. మీ యొక్క అమూల్యమైన అభిప్రాయాలను తప్పక మా కామెంట్ సెక్షన్లో తెలియచేయండి. ఓకే, లెట్ us go to the today's topic, refraction of light lecture 2. Rules for the deviation of the rays in another optical medium. This is a diagram for light ray traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. What are the rules are here? One is the angle I is greater than angle R and angle I is less than angle R. Angle nothing but angle of incidence, angle R nothing but angle of refraction. So, rules for deviation of the rays in another optical medium. So, first one, when a ray of light travels from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal at the point of incidence. Thus, when a ray of light goes from air, that is rarer medium, air nothing but here we are taking as a rarer medium, into glass, glass nothing but denser medium, it bends towards the normal at the point of incidence. In this case, the angle of refraction is, angle of refraction nothing but R. R is smaller than the angle of incidence. So, that is angle I is greater than angle R. Here in this diagram, this is the incident ray and this is the normal and this is the refractor ray. Here this complete air medium, that is rarer medium, and this is denser medium. When the light ray travels from rarer medium to denser medium, the refractor ray towards behavior of a refractor ray towards normal, nothing but here angle of incidence and angle of refraction. Angle of incidence is greater than the angle of refraction. So, when a light ray goes from air medium to glass medium or rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal at the point of incidence. In this case, the angle of refraction R is smaller than the angle of incidence. Angle R is smaller than angle I, nothing but reverse, angle I is greater than angle R. Okay, here one first rule is, when the light ray travels from rarer medium to denser medium, the behavior of refractor ray is towards normal. So, this time angle of refraction is small. Angle of refraction is less than angle of incidence, nothing but, or we can write it as angle of incidence is greater than angle of refraction. So, the behavior of refractor ray when the light ray travels from rarer medium to denser medium, refractor ray move towards normal. This is the first rule. Next, second rule. Go to the next one. When a ray of light travels from a denser medium to another medium, it bends away from the normal at the point of incidence. Thus, when a ray of light goes from glass nothing but denser medium to air nothing but rarer medium, it bends away from the normal at the point of incidence. In this case, the angle of refraction is greater than the angle of incidence. So, nothing but, so angle I is less than angle R. Angle I is less than angle R. Angle R is greater than angle of incidence. See the figure here, this is the denser medium, nothing but glass, and here it is rarer medium. Now the light ray is coming from denser medium to rarer medium. This is the incident ray, and the light ray is coming from denser to rarer. After refraction, this refracted ray moves away from the normal. So when the light ray or incident ray coming from denser to rarer, the behavior of refracted ray is moves away from the normal. So in this case, angle I is less than angle R. So angle R is greater than angle I. So when a ray of light travels from denser medium to another medium, it bends away from the normal at the point of incidence. Thus, when a ray of light goes from denser to rarer, glass to air, it bends away from the normal. This is away from the normal. Reverse, rarer to denser towards normal. Denser to rarer away from the normal at the point of incidence. So in this case, angle of refraction is greater than angle of incidence, that is angle I is less than angle R. Next rule, the third rule is rule 3. See here, if the incident ray falls normally on the surface of the glass slab, then there is no bending of the ray of light and it goes straight. Since the incident ray goes along the normal to the surface, the angle of incidence in this case is 0. So, and the angle of refraction is also 0. So, hence that is angle I is equals to angle R, and angle I is equals to angle R, that is equals to 0. I is equals to R is equals to 0. See this diagram here, it is rarer medium and it is denser medium. This is rarer medium and it is denser medium. Now the light ray is coming from rarer to denser and incident ray falls normally on the surface of the glass slab. This is the glass slab. Then there is no bending of ray of light. Here it is going along the straight. So angle I is equals to 0. So in this case, angle of incidence is equal to 0. Angle of refraction is also equal to 0. So angle I is equals to angle R is equals to 0. So when the light ray or incident ray falls normally, angle I is equals to 0 and angle R is also equal to 0. Next, here important points note. First point, when light travels from one medium to another, the frequency of light does not change. However, the velocity and the wavelength of light changes during refraction. Frequency does not change. Remaining velocity and wavelength of light will change. Second one, when a ray of light passes from rarer to denser, it bends towards normal. The light ray passing from rarer to denser, the behavior of refracted ray is towards normal. So in this situation, angle R is less than angle I, and angle of deviation D is equals to I minus R. The third one is when ray of light passes from denser to rarer, it bends, the refracted ray bends away from the normal. So in this case, angle R is greater than angle I. Therefore, angle of deviation D is equals to R minus I. The last one is a ray of light traveling along the normal passes and deflected. These are the 4 important points. And the next, absolute refractive index of transparent medium. Absolute refractive index of transparent medium. Absolute refractive index of a transparent medium is the ratio of speed of light in the vacuum to the speed of light in that medium. So, absolute refractive index is defined as the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in medium. Here, suppose speed of light is c, and since speed of light in any transparent medium is always less than its speed in air or vacuum, the ratio of 2 is always more than 1 in this ratio is called absolute refractive index of that medium. It is denoted by a Greek letter mu. This is a refractive index denoted by letter mu. Absolute refractive index of a medium. Refractive index, or we can calling as absolute refractive index of a medium. So, what is meant by absolute refractive index? Absolute refractive index is defined as ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in medium. Okay, it is denoted by letter mu, or absolute refractive index of a medium. Next, mu is equals to, mathematically it can be written as velocity of light in vacuum by velocity of light in medium, that is c by v. Absolute refractive index of a medium has no units because it is a pure ratio of speeds. For a given transparent medium, the value of mu always constant, and it indicates how many times speed of light in vacuum is more than that of speed of light in this medium. So, mu is equals to c by v. C denotes the velocity of light in vacuum and v denotes the velocity of light in medium. So, this absolute refractive index has no units. Okay. Next, here we are discussing the example. Speed of light in glass is 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Hence, absolute refractive index of the medium of the glass is mu g is equals to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 by 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. Here 10 to the power of 8, 10 to the power of 8 cancel, 3 by 2 is equals to 1.5. Next, relative refractive index of a medium. Here we are discussing now relative refractive index of a medium. The relative refractive index of a medium is defined as the refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is called relative refractive index of a medium. Here, relative refractive index is defined as first medium ratio of refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. Okay. Next, when light ray, here when light moves from one transparent medium to another, and one of the medium is air or vacuum, then relative refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is defined as mu 1 2 is equals to 1 by mu 2 1. Here it is a mathematical denotation, mu 1 2 is equals to 1 by mu 2 1. Here 1 2 indicates the first medium and the second medium. Okay. Next, here we are going to the example. When a light ray moves from water to glass, the refractive index of glass with respect to water, that is mu Wg, water to glass, that is mu g by mu W. Refractive index of glass by refractive index of water. Refractive index of glass 1.5 and refractive index of water 1.33. So that is 1.13. However, when a light ray moves from glass to water, the refractive index of water with respect to glass is mu GW, that is equals to mu W by mu G. Here refractive index of water by refractive index of glass. That is 1.33 by 1.5. So that is equals to, we are getting 1.89. Again, if the speed of light in first medium and the second medium is V1 and V2 respectively. Here we are taking speed of light in first medium as V1 and speed of light in second medium as V2. Then mu1 is equals to C by V1. C is constant. Mu2 is equals to C by V2. So hence mu12 is equals to refractive index of second medium by refractive index of first medium. Refractive index of second medium mu2 is equals to C by V2 and C by V1. So that is equals to V1 by V2. This is in terms of speed of light. Refractive index is defined as ratio of speed of light in first medium and ratio that and speed of light in second medium. So hence mu12 is equals to V1 by V2. That is defined as refractive index is defined as relative refractive index of a medium is defined as the ratio of speed of light in first medium and speed of light in second medium. Okay. Thanks for watching this video.